They had Alex Coopers Unwell brand. I wanted to talk about books for a second because Onyx Storm got released last night. Doing a little bit of planning for my sister's bachelorette party. Good morning, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm actually committing to filming a full week of my life. The last few vlogs have just been like a few days, but today's Tuesday. It is January 21st. Yesterday was MLK Day, the inauguration. I had off of work and I kind of just had a chill day. In the morning, I went to Barnes and then I ran to Target and then I came back here and chilled on the couch for the rest of the day. I wasn't feeling 100%. I've been down for the count for the past week, but I'm kind of hoping that I'm on the mend this week. I'm feeling a little bit better, so we'll see. I'm saying that tentatively. I'm just praying that I'm getting better at this point, to be honest. So that was my day yesterday. I really just didn't do much, honestly. It was a very chill day. Also, it had snowed in Denver on Sunday night, so the roads in Denver yesterday were like not the best. One thing about Denver is they will plow the main road, but 70% of Denver is not going to be plowed. So unless you have like really good tires or like a bigger car, you're kind of screwed. Luckily, we purchased either all weather or all season. I can't remember which one we purchased when we first got to Denver. And those have been a lifesaver. They're great tires. So that definitely has saved us. And I felt totally comfortable driving around yesterday, but I could tell like cars were sliding, little cars were not having it. The roads were just like icky, which was just another reason that we kind of just wanted to stay off of them yesterday. So the entire weekend, including yesterday, was very chill. And now today's Tuesday and I'm obviously working today. I just got off my first and only call of the day. I had a one-on-one with my manager. We have it every Tuesday. So that was kind of a good way to jumpstart my week. And now I'm getting ready to make some breakfast. But before I make breakfast, I wanted to try this drink. When I went to Target yesterday, they had Alex Coopers Unwell brand. I didn't even know like these were like fully out yet. So I got two flavors. I got a mango one that's in the fridge and then this is strawberry. I figured the strawberry kind of matches my outfit today. And also I just love strawberry flavored things, but I guess she made these for like hangovers and stuff. When it rang up at the register, it rang up as a sports drink. It has electrolytes, gently caffeinated, which makes me a little nervous, B vitamins, and then juicy flavors. It's an enhanced electrolyte beverage. Obviously not hungover, but I could always use some electrolytes, so I figured we would try this on camera together to see what it's like. It smells very sweet. It is very sweet. This tastes like, I kind of think it tastes like a Capri Sun. It's good. I don't know if I would like reach for it over Liquid IV or another electrolyte drink, but it's not bad. Like if I was in Target again and wanted an electrolyte drink, I would pick it up. Interesting. It's not super salty either. It's mainly just sweet. All right, she really did something with this. I'm intrigued to try the mango flavor. This is strawberry, like I said. It's also, the packaging is so cute and it matches my outfit today. I'm wearing this new set from Athleta. I was just telling John that I feel like I look like Vector from Despicable Me. And that's unfortunate, but the suit without comparing to Vector is cute. Also, this is a little bit more red, but it's coming off orange on camera, which just enhances the Vector effect. Anyways, just wanted to say welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, and if you're not new, I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. I'm sitting on the couch today because my back is not feeling the best. I just put an icy hot patch on it, but I think it was the way that I slept last night. I slept in like a ball with a heating pad, which just, I don't think it was the best for my back. So I'm dealing with the repercussions of those actions today. I wanted to talk about books for a second because Onyx Storm got released last night. I got it at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time because it released 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which was so nice, except for the fact that it didn't release right on time, which I think a bunch of people were mad about. I made a TikTok and the comments of that TikTok are flooded with like, I can't believe it's not here yet. Patiently waiting here at like 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like people were mad that it wasn't on their Kindle immediately. Also, it's kind of crazy that people were getting up at 3 a.m. to go to Target to get the Target exclusive version of the book. I'm kind of glad that I've switched over from being a physical book girl to a Kindle girl. It's primarily because of like the situation that we're in where I can't collect a lot of physical books because it's just not practical to carry them around. But two, I think that my attention span is just not great for physical books anymore. Like I like being able to see my progress on the Kindle and like know how much time I have left in the book, know how much time I have left in the chapter, so on and so forth, and like having all of my books on this one little device versus having a ton of physical copies. So because I'm now a Kindle girly, I don't have to like fight the lines for this physical book or deal with the Amazon delays everyone else has experienced, which is really nice. Obviously, it would be kind of fun to have the exclusive version or the Target exclusive version of Onyx Storm, because I do have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame in our storage unit. I don't have the physical copy here with me, but just to add to the collection, it would be nice. But I feel like because I have it on the Kindle and like don't really have room for physical books anymore, I think there's gonna be like more editions that come out, and I'm not gonna have to fight people to buy the book when I go to buy it at a later date, if that makes sense. So that's the pros of not being a physical book girl anymore. I pre-ordered the Kindle book and it came out like, I think it was like 20 minutes after midnight, which was supposed to come out midnight Eastern Standard Time, but like 20 minutes after midnight is not bad. At least I didn't have to get in the car and drive somewhere to pick it up, you know what I mean? So I read a little bit of the book last night. I read about like the first 70 pages and oh my god, it's so good. Like I feel like you can really tell that she took her time writing this third book. Like she took the feedback from Iron Flame to heart, because I know with Iron Flame, she kind of like put it out really quickly because so many people loved Fourth Wing. So she was just trying to get the rest of the series out fast for everyone. But she thinks she learned her lesson with Iron Flame, and because she learned her lesson with Iron Flame, it took like I think we waited a year, maybe over a year, for Onyx Storm. And you can just tell that her writing is so much better in Onyx Storm. And the first 70 pages of the book like have me in a chokehold. I haven't read it all today because I know that like once I get sucked into the world, I'm not gonna want to put the book down. So I've been waiting until like I have a little chunk of time to like sit down and read the book for like an hour straight. So I'm getting ready to do that now and fully get sucked into the world of Xaden Ryerson and Violet Sorrengail. I've already seen people complain about like misprints and stuff, and I honestly think that that's gonna happen with any book. And like I know people were a little bit angry about the different versions of the physical books that were coming out, like the Target exclusive versus the one that you could order on Amazon and pick up in Barnes & Noble. But that's just the nature of the game. Like, you're really gonna get mad about that. So I better not hear any Onyx Storm slander, because I'm really enjoying the book and I don't want it to sway my opinion. But anyway, that's my thought process on Onyx Storm. I'm so happy it's finally released and I cannot wait to read it. I literally have like 14 and a half hours of this book, so it's probably gonna take me a good chunk of the week. I don't know how people sat down and read this in one sitting. I know people that like literally pulled all-nighters to read this book. Couldn't be me. But if you were one of the people that did that, props to you. I needed my beauty sleep. Gonna sit, read some of this book, enjoy my grapes on the couch, and nurse my back. That's where I'll be until further notice. My hair is so oily. After work, I ran to get a facial. I have like a ton of unused credits with ClassPass since I haven't been working out for the past few weeks because of my back. So I'm trying to use them up so it doesn't go to waste. So I got a facial today, actually at the same place that I got a facial at last time we were in Denver. So I knew I liked it, and my skin always looks so glowy after. And they give you like a scalp massage and a hand and arm massage, so I'm feeling like a little bit greasy, but I do feel like my skin like looks pretty glowy, which is nice. So that was fantastic. Good end to the day. John's getting ready to go to the gym. I don't think I'm gonna go to the gym with him, but I might do a little stretch situation, like look up a YouTube video and some stretches for lower back. My lower back has been like the bane of my existence. I'm not gonna go on a rant about it because I went on a rant about it in the last vlog, but I'm ready for it to feel better. I really am, and I don't know what else I can do besides like literally go to the doctor and be like, fix me, please. So I'm hoping stretching may help a little bit and get back into like a daily stretch routine now that it's feeling like somewhat better, but I'm still kind of nervous. And obviously I can't work out because I don't want to like, I don't know, I don't think you're supposed to work out with like this type of product on. Also, I feel like working out after you get a facial is like counterintuitive to the facial. So my plan for the rest of the evening is to chill. We do need to run to the grocery store at some point because we don't have food for dinner, but I do have a grocery list, so maybe I'll send that with John. He doesn't know he's being recruited yet, but since he's taking guys, happy Wednesday. Hopefully I'm not too backlit. I feel like the only time I'm not backlit in this apartment is when I'm standing the other way in the kitchen. It is 11:30. I have been working for a little bit. I actually just got off of a one-on-one with my coworker, which is, we do talk about work, but it's also like a little catch-up session for us. So that was nice. And now I'm eating a protein bar. I've been loving these RX bars. I like the sea salt chocolate one more, I think, than the peanut butter one, but I feel like it's just such a good way to get a little bit of protein in if you're not super hungry for lunch or like don't have time for lunch. It has 12 grams of protein. This is the peanut butter flavor, and I'll have to say it's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's like not terrible for a protein bar. I've also been doing a little bit of planning for my sister's bachelorette party, which has been fun, but also just like such a new experience for me. I've obviously never planned a bachelorette party before, and I've never even been on a bachelorette before, so I don't really know what takes place other than videos that I've watched or tips from people or things of that sort. So I'm kind of just like doing what I think would be fun and like what I think is the vibe. And Etsy has been my best friend throughout this entire planning process because I'm simultaneously planning the bachelorette and the bridal shower at the same time. And anything that I could possibly want or need is on Etsy. It's like such a great platform that I would highly recommend if you are a bride-to-be, or you're planning a bachelorette, or if you're involved in the bachelorette, or if you're planning a bridal shower, or even like a baby shower or any of that stuff. I know Etsy is not like a niche website or a small website by any means. Like I feel like everyone knows what Etsy is, but I just like forgot how useful and how nice that this website is. Also, you're supporting small businesses, which is amazing. Like I like knowing that all this money that I'm spending on the bachelorette and bridal shower is going to help someone's small business or someone's passion project or side hustle, or someone pay the bills for the month or something of that sort. So that's like nice, and I'm keeping that in the back of my mind when I'm doing all of this shopping. But so far I've bought my sister's invites for the bridal shower off of Etsy. I'm looking at purchasing some of the game templates from Etsy for the bachelorette. I think the games is like where I'm most stumped because my sister and I are both not cheesy people. So anything that involves like the typical bachelorette stuff, like lingerie showers, the panty showers, any of that vibe is so not her and it's so not me. So I'm not incorporating any of that into the bachelorette. So I've been utilizing like friends, coworkers, and also Etsy to like help me come up with ideas on games to play. And honestly, people on Etsy are literally just so creative. Like there are so many different games on here that you can just purchase the template for and then customize it to your own liking. There's bride and groom Jeopardy. There's a bachelorette drinking board game that you can customize. There's a dice game that you can customize. Like so many things. I'm kind of almost like overwhelmed with the options on here, but at the same time it is really nice to have options. So I'm going in currently on Etsy and like saving all of the ones that I think would be fun to play with the group. And granted, it's like a mix of people, so it's me, my sister's future sister-in-law, her friends from home, and then friends from college. So it's like really a mix of all people. So I want to pick games that are kind of neutral, that I know that everyone will like, and we'll just all have fun playing. And I also like want to incorporate some games in here that aren't just drinking games, because I don't drink that much, my sister doesn't drink that much, and I don't know about like everyone on the trip, whether or not they're huge drinkers. So I want to incorporate games on here that people aren't just like drinking for. Like I think it'd be fun to play the Jeopardy game or some other type of slideshow game, like how well do you know the bride? Who knows the bride the best? Like things of that sort. So I've been doing a ton of research in my downtime from work when I have a few minutes, just to really plan out a few things for the bachelorette. For the most part, I have the big items figured out, like what decor I want to buy and the itinerary for the weekend, but it's the smaller things that are like kind of stumping me. The games and some of the decor is kind of stumping me and things of that sort. So that's kind of like what I'm really nailing down at this point, is that stuff. I'm also designing a sweatshirt for the girls. I'm trying to design a sweatshirt that they can wear over and over again. I think that one thing like my sister and I agreed upon is that we don't want to gift them a ton of stuff that says like bride tribe or I do crew or anything that really has the term like Mackenzie's Bachelorette on it, because they wouldn't be able to use it again. I think that stuff is fine for smaller things like koozies or little hangover bags for the weekend or things of that sort, but for a bigger splurgy item like sweatshirts, I want to design something that they would be able to wear again. So I'm also in the process of doing that. I'm like messaging with a seller and I'm hoping that it works out in my favor, that she can do what I want her to do. And if it does turn out, it's going to be so cute. And I'll show you guys like once the Bachelorette gets here, because I think I'm going to keep it as a surprise for the girls. And I don't know if any of them watch my videos. I know my sister sometimes does, and I think I want to keep it a surprise from her too. Probably not going to show that until the actual Bachelorette weekend, but I think I'm gonna vlog like me setting up her Bachelorette and the behind the scenes of that. Not the actual weekend, but maybe just the prep work for it. So you guys will see it eventually, but that's kind of like what I'm in the thick of in regards to maid of honor duties, is helping plan the Bachelorette, or not even helping, I am planning the Bachelorette, and then helping plan the bridal shower. My mom is helping with that as well, and some of her friends are helping with that as well, which is really nice because it takes a little bit of the load off of planning two things at once. But it's so interesting because, like I said, I've never really been involved in any of this kind of planning process regarding a wedding. So I'm really in the weeds over here, and it's a whole learning process. But if you guys have ever been like in a Bachelorette or have planned a Bachelorette, leave a comment down below what your biggest tip is for do's and don'ts for a Bachelorette, because I love hearing other people's experiences on like what they would do again or what they wouldn't do again or what they regret not doing, if that makes sense. So if you have any tips, leave them down below, because I'm all ears and I'm willing to take any and all advice and suggestions, because I'm kind of just winging this whole thing, which is fine. But I do like hearing other people's opinions, like firsthand experience with all of that stuff. That's kind of what I've been up to today, working, and then when I have downtime from work, me and Etsy have been BFFs. It was a day. I was on quite a few calls today, and then also, like I said, I was simultaneously doing some stuff for the Bachelorette trip, so it's just been a day, but it's 3:15 now. And I think I'm gonna try, emphasis on try, to do a seated or no weight type of workout that doesn't include like my lower back. I just have felt so lazy for the past 3 weeks, and I feel like just sitting around all day is definitely not helping my back. I feel like I need to get up and start walking and moving, but the issue is that it's been freezing outside. Like it's 30 degrees outside right now, and some of the sidewalks aren't cleared from the snow that we've gotten for the past few days, and I just don't want to risk falling. So I'm gonna do a light stretch really quickly, and then I'm gonna look up a form workout that does no weights. I think that there are like some arm ones that I could do that kind of work out the lower back, or not lower back, but like back in general, but doesn't put pressure on it. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, this website has so many different types of workouts. They have strength workouts, Pilates workouts. They don't really have like yoga or anything, but I just feel like there's a lot to choose from. So I'm gonna do light stretch, and then I think try to do some sort of workout. I think I'm just gonna do no weights though, because I feel like weights would be a lot. That's kind of my plan for right now. I've been wearing this workout set all day, which is nice, so I don't have to change. I'm already motivated to get a workout in. It's also freezing in this apartment, so I feel like moving my body will help warm it up a little bit. So I'm gonna do this, and hopefully it helps just a little bit. After my workout. The workout was really good, Very effective. 5-minute arm workouts are no joke. Like, they actually do burn because you don't take a break from anything during the workout. You just do 5 minutes straight. So I really enjoyed doing that. It was great. I saved it so that I could do it again tomorrow because it didn't hurt my back. I think mainly because I was kneeling and like wasn't putting much pressure on my back. So I saved it to be able to do it again this week. And I might try to incorporate some abs or lower body or something into it. I'm just gonna start it slow and work my way up. But that was nice. Then I made dinner. I just did something simple for dinner. I made chicken, broccoli, and potatoes. Dinner was very mid tonight. Honestly, the chicken was a little bit overcooked, so it was like very dry when we were eating it, which wasn't great. The potatoes weren't bad, and neither was the broccoli, but I think like the chicken was a little bit of a fail. We still ate it, and I feel full, but definitely wasn't like my favorite meal that we've ever cooked. And then I was reading Onyx Storm there for a little bit. I am so infatuated by that book. I can't even explain it. Like, it's interesting because I am on Fourth Wing TikTok, obviously. I have placed myself on the right side of the internet. And so many people are complaining about how Onyx Storm is really hard to understand and they're having to go back and reread certain chapters or pages when reading the book. And I am definitely a little bit confused at some parts because Rebecca Yarros definitely threw in a ton of characters, new signets, locations. Like, there is a lot going on in the book. It's very action-packed and detail-heavy, which it's interesting because people were complaining that Iron Flame like didn't have enough detail and was so poorly written that I think she took it to heart and like really did the most with this book. And while yes, it is really detailed heavy, I haven't really found it that hard to follow along, if that makes sense. Like, I definitely get confused at some parts of like who people are, what their signet is, or what we're talking about like the location wise, but for the most part it really hasn't bugged me, and I feel like I owe a great deal of gratitude to the Iron Flame and Fourth Wing graphic audiobooks. If you guys are looking to do a reread of Fourth Wing or Iron Flame, honestly, do it through audiobook and do the graphic audio version because each character gets its own voice actor and there's sound effects, and it's like literally listening to a movie or a TV show like in your head, but it's an audiobook obviously. And I feel like that really helped me understand the books better doing the reread. Like, I feel like I obviously missed some details the first time I read the book, which is normal for a fantasy book. I feel like sometimes you have to reread a fantasy book to understand what you're missing, but doing the graphic audio reread instead of physically reading the book, I feel like helped me kind of like identify what I was missing and captivated my attention. I'm trying to braid my hair and I think I missed a step. I don't know what's happening. So I feel like because I did the graphic audiobook and like didn't do a physical reread, it's one of the reasons why I'm not as confused as everyone else. So if you haven't read Onyx Storm yet and you're planning to, but you maybe want to do a reread beforehand, or if you're concerned about being confused, I honestly would suggest listening to the audiobook because I finished the audiobook in like 3 days. I feel like you could binge it in 2 days. There's 2 parts to it and each part is like 8 to 10 hours. So yes, it is a long time, but like if you speed it up a little bit, I think you could finish it in 2 days, especially if that's all you're doing for the 2 days, or if you have it in the background while you do other things. So that's been like my one major takeaway from this whole Onyx Storm release thing, is that I love the graphic audiobooks, and also I know that like other fantasy series are starting to adapt the graphic audio versions. Like the other fantasy series that I'm reading is Zodiac Academy, and I know the first 3 books for Zodiac Academy are out on graphic audio. So that would be interesting if I like ever wanted to do a reread of Zodiac Academy, to kind of like listen to it instead of reread it. I'm not even finished with the Zodiac Academy series, so I'm nowhere near wanting to do a reread, but it just like got me thinking that I may want to start listening to graphic audiobooks even more now that I did the Fourth Wing and Iron Flame graphic audiobook, and I know that Libby also has the graphic audio versions. Like, you don't need to buy the graphic audio versions off of Audible, even though I did, because I just wanted to keep them. So it was nice, but I feel like it's the reason I'm not like confused about this book, and I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, it's definitely very, very action-packed. There's been a lot going on in this book, in a good way though, because I'm not bored. I feel like sometimes fantasy books can get super repetitive, but there's just so much going on, keeping me on my toes, that I am thoroughly enjoying it. I think I'm about 43% of the way through. I'm trying to take my time reading it instead of like reading it really fast and missing a ton of parts, because it is a little bit hard to understand certain points. I want to just like take my time and enjoy it. Also, who knows how long it'll take for her to release the next book, so I might as well soak in the Fourth Wing realm, I forgot what it's called, while I can. So that's kind of my Onyx Storm takeaway so far for my fantasy / reader girlies. I know that was like a long rant / recap about it, but in case you're intrigued and you're also reading the series, that's been my major takeaway and my thoughts so far. I'm very scared to finish the rest of the book because I know that right around the 50% mark, something crazy is probably going to happen, just because the climax of the book is always some sort of nonsense for every single fantasy book. I feel like that's just how it goes. So I'm scared for 50%, and then I'm also scared for the ending, but I'm closer to the 50% mark than I am for the ending. I just hope she doesn't kill off any of my favorite characters. That would be not great. I am gonna finish braiding my hair and then brush my teeth and get ready for bed. I'm putting my hair in braids because I don't like the way that my hair dried tonight. I was supposed to get it cut on Monday, and the lady, they say she was sick. I don't know if she called out, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna obviously speculate, but it was MLK Day on Monday, which most people have the day off, so the fact that she called off sick on Monday, which happened to be like a holiday, I have my suspicions that she wasn't actually sick and she just wanted to cancel. So unfortunately, my hair appointment for Monday did get canceled. So I still have crazy dead ends and I need to book a new appointment. I don't know if I'll be going to the same girl, just because it kind of put like a bad taste in my mouth. But until then, I am doing anything and everything to make the hair look at least halfway decent. That's my rant for the night. I'm gonna brush my teeth, head to bed, and I will see you guys in the morning. Hello you guys, happy Thursday. I have not picked up the camera all day. I just like wasn't in the mood earlier to vlog. I didn't do anything today, which is why I wasn't in the mood to vlog or pick up the camera. I just worked, and when I wasn't working, I was reading my book. I'm at like 75% of the way through it, and I really want to finish it. So that's been my main focus of the day. Now I'm getting ready to head to the gym with John. He has a like premium Planet Fitness membership, so he gets one free guest every time he goes to the gym, and I'm always the free guest, obviously. I'm looking through my Clean Simple Eats packets because at one point in time they gave us like energy powders to put in water, but I think John might have eaten them all. Clean Simple Eats does more than just protein powders. Protein powders are obviously like our favorite way to use Clean Simple Eats. These are the best protein powders if you have a Ninja Creamy. Does not taste like protein powder whatsoever, and has like so many good flavors. I know I've talked about them before, and I actually have a discount code with them, I think. Not sponsored, but it's always in the description of my videos if you guys want to check out their website. But they have protein powders, obviously. They have nut butters. This one's chocolate peanut butter. That's interesting. This one's coconut macadamia butter. They have collagen mixes, greens mixes, and then they have an energy powder that they sent as well. They sent me like a trial pack or whatever, but I think John used some. I just took like literally a 15-minute to 20-minute snooze on the couch. I just needed to shut my eyes for a little bit. So I was looking for something to wake me up before we go to the gym, but I think that I'm just gonna have to go all natural. Maybe I'll have a handful of jelly beans. Nothing quite like a sugar rush and then a sugar crash later. Anyways, like I was saying, really didn't get up too much today. I'm so close to finishing Onyx Storm. And I think last time I left off, I was saying that I was almost at the 50% mark, and I was like hoping, fingers crossed, that there wasn't like anything dramatic happening or like nothing huge happened. And unfortunately, there have been some things that have happened in the book that I've literally been like, oh my gosh. Nothing as crazy as the end of the second book, if you know, you know, or the middle to 75% of the way through the first book, if you know, you know. But definitely some things are happening in Onyx Storm. But it's interesting because all the things that are happening in Onyx Storm, Rebecca Yarros actually has said in her interviews that these were going to happen. So people have asked specific questions. I'm not going to give it away. And she said that you'll find out the answers to those questions in this book. Slowly but surely, they are coming to fruition in this book. So it's been a fun time. I'm having a grand old time reading it, but I am excited to wrap it up because it's like consuming all of my thoughts. Very seldom do I find a book like this that like just overtakes my whole life, but like when I do find them, I really try to like enjoy them, but also read them like kind of rapidly because they will consume my entire day. And sure enough, it has consumed my entire day. So that's that. Some of these jelly bean flavors are like really weird, and I'm not in the mood to get like a really weird jelly bean flavor. Okay, this one's Island Punch, I think. That one wasn't bad. Did you guys ever play the Bean Boozled game when you were a kid? Like the Harry Potter Bean Boozled game where you could either get like buttered popcorn or booger, or like green apple or vomit. That game's nasty. We are back for the evening. We actually came back here for like an hour and a half after the gym before we went out to dinner, but I didn't vlog anything because I got really sucked into my book. I was reading my book on the treadmill at the gym using my little Bluetooth clicker thing. Game changer, by the way. If you are a treadmill gal and you've been looking for a way to like efficiently read on the treadmill, because I've always had issues with, obviously a physical book doesn't work on the treadmill, and then when you have a Kindle, it's kind of annoying to have to like lean forward and keep clicking through the pages. But the Bluetooth clicker is honestly such a game changer. I use it in my little like Kindle stand by my bed, and I sometimes use it on the couch too if I just want to prop my Kindle up against something and like not have to hold it. But bringing it to the gym was a game changer. I obviously looked like a little bit of a weirdo, but I really don't care, to be honest. It was amazing. So I read for like 30 or something minutes at the gym while I used the treadmill. And then I was so sucked into the book that I immediately came back home and continued reading. The book did officially make me cry for the first time. I'm not going to give away what happened, but chapter 53, if you know, you know. If you read the book or you're currently reading the book, chapter 53, please prepare yourself. I was not prepared. Of all of my wildest guesses, did not think that that one was going to happen. Rebecca, honey, why did we do that? So I read my book and then we went out to dinner tonight. Like I said, we went to Illegal Pete's, which is like it's kind of like Chipotle in a way, or Moe's, like a combination restaurant, but it's local to Denver. They have several in Denver actually, and I think a few in Boulder, and then one in Arizona, but it's nowhere else in the US from what I could tell on the website. It's like I said, a Chipotle Moe's mix. It's like a Mexican fast food Mexican type place. Like they have the line like Chipotle, but there's a restaurant portion to it, so you could take your food and sit down at a bar and order a cocktail, or sit down at the booths or the tables. It's just an interesting setup, and we really like the food there. It tastes a little bit healthier and better than Chipotle, so we did that for dinner tonight. And now we are officially back, and I'm getting ready to jump in the shower and cozy up on the couch and finish my book tonight, because I literally only have like an hour and 50 minutes left. I'm so close to finishing, to the point where like I need to finish tonight or else I won't be able to go to sleep unless I fall asleep reading it. But I highly doubt that, because things are just getting good. Not just getting good, but I feel like this is the thick of it. Like we're in the thick of it, the last 20% of the book, the last 15% of the book. Things are happening to the point where you don't want to put the book down, and 2 hours feels like 15 minutes when reading the book, which is the best part in my opinion. So I'm gonna take a shower, put on some cozy pajamas, make my nighttime tea, lay with the heated blanket, and finish my book for the rest of the night. Hello you guys, happy Friday. It's literally almost 3 o'clock. I spent the first half of the workday actually kind of busy. I got tasked with a lot of, not a lot, like a bigger ask for a Friday. I feel like this is an ask that normally comes on a Monday, but I got asked to do it on a Friday. Luckily it's not due until like mid next week, so I just did a huge chunk of it today, and then I'm gonna worry about the rest of it later this week. I'm just not in the mental headspace to like want to complete this today. So that was a good portion of my day, and then the rest of the day I've kind of just chilled, hung out, you know, the typical vibes. It's actually the warmest day that we've had in the past week and a half, I would say. It's like 45 outside, which is kind of chilly, but it's literally been like in the negatives when you wake up, and then high of like maybe 30 is the highest that it's been for about a week and a half. And I think it's supposed to snow again this weekend. So it's actually like semi-warm outside, and I can feel it in the apartment today. This is the first day that I haven't completely froze sitting in here. Like, haven't needed the heated blanket like for the majority of the day. I don't really have any plans for this evening. I'm dropping John off at the airport. He's leaving me. He just gave me a glare. He's going to visit a friend in Utah. So I have the apartment to myself this weekend. I'm probably just gonna do a bunch of girly things. Read, get my nails done. I might go shopping. I have a few gift cards from Christmas that, not that I need to spend, but I like could spend. So maybe that's an activity. I think I'm gonna go to some coffee shops and whatnot, but that's later this weekend. I think I'm gonna film a whole like solo weekend in my life vlog. But in terms of tonight, I don't really have any plans because I have to drop him off at the airport, come back. I don't even know what to make dinner. Maybe like fajitas or something. I don't know. We just had Mexican last night. I wanted to go ahead and end off the weekly vlog here because I want to get a jump start on editing it because it's going up on Sunday. So if you enjoyed this vlog, make sure to subscribe down below. Stay tuned for the solo weekend in my life vlog because that will be obviously coming next. And I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.